Uncle says he was born at some point prior to the fall of 1849 and after the fall of Rome, which would make him at least 50 in 1899 during RDR2. The fall of Rome could be referred to 476 AD, when the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed from the west, or it could refer to the fall of Rome in July 1849 to French forces, after a month-long siege, meant that the Republic was overthrown and the Pope restored to power. Which would make Uncle exactly 50 during RDR2, born anywhere from July to the end of December. Otis Miller is loosely based on Jesse James, and people believe that Jesse faked his own death. After looking further into this, I found that Jesse was believed to also have faked the death of his gang member, Edward Miller, who happened to share a last name with Otis Miller. While Otis Miller is said to have an unnamed wife, Uncle is said to have 2 unnamed ex-wives. Otis Miller is said to have a brother named Frank in a campfire song.
Otis was a man,
a friend to the poor.
He'd never see a man suffer pain. And with his brother Frank, he robbed the Blackwater Bank and stopped the Glendale train.
Though the campfire song is based on the Jesse James song, there are a few name changes in this part of the song, being Otis and Blackwater, but they kept brother Frank in the song. And Uncle mentions having a brother but doesn't give a name.
In the end, I sent my brother's friend Ned instead. Go.
Uncle mentions going to the Congo in East Africa.
I ever tell you boys about the time I was lost in the Congo? Many, many years ago, I was selling camping supplies in East Africa.
And specifically mentions Timbuktu in the northwest of Africa.
But the lore of Africa was too great for me. Did I ever tell you about Timbuktu?
Otis Miller was suggested to have been in an Arabian state in the book Otis Miller and the Arabian Prince. The Arab states comprise a large group of countries, mainly located in West Asia and North Africa. Miller reportedly performed the first robbery of a train in 1866, which would make Uncle at least 17 when it happened. Otis Miller's first robbery of a train took place the same year as the first real successful train robbery, which was an Ohio and Mississippi Railroad train, a railroad operating between Cincinnati, Ohio, and East St. Louis, Illinois. Near Seymour, Indiana, the robbery was carried out by the Reno brothers, Frank, John, Simeon, and William Reno. Uncle mentions that he is from Ohio in a camp conversation with Trelawney.
What's it like there?
I have no idea. I've never been, but it sounds wonderful.
Well, I'm from Ohio, and I have been there.
And Otis Miller's brother, Frank Miller, is possibly a fusion of Frank Reno, one of the Reno brothers, and Frank James, Jesse James' brother. Otis Miller's revolver is a unique Schofield revolver made of gold and ivory. Uncle uses 2 revolvers, one being a Schofield which is iron-plated with a brass frame and the only one of the 2 customized, which could mean it's his preferred weapon. After getting a few items for Uncle in the epilogue, he gives you an outfit which features a hat I think resembles Otis Miller's and is also missing a shirt and pants. Uncle wears the same kind of boots Otis Miller is shown wearing on the book covers, showing some similarities in their style of clothing. Uncle is seen with a red cloth tucked into the back of his pants in RDR2, which I think could be Otis Miller's neckerchief he's wearing on all of the book covers. He doesn't wear it on the cigarette card, but he could have stopped wearing it to avoid being recognized. It could be tucked into the back of his pants under the coat and we wouldn't even know. The term sheikh is an Arabic honorific title meaning elder, chief, or leader. It signifies respect for age, knowledge, or authority and is applied to tribal chiefs, prominent family members, and Muslim religious scholars. The title sheikh is mainly used in North Africa and South Asia. The clothes worn by the people on the left of Otis are thobs, which are traditionally worn by men in the Middle East and North Africa. Which narrows down Otis Miller's location to the Middle East and/or North Africa. Uncle claims he was once worshipped as a god in the Congo after selling camping supplies in East Africa, only to flee when they tried to marry him off to the chief's daughter. Which could line up with the end of the Otis Miller book, in which he is saved by the sheik because he wants Otis Miller's help. With all of this, Uncle could possibly be Otis Miller. What do you guys think?